They say a journey at sea begins with hope. But for some, it begins with an invitation they never knew they accepted. She booked her dream cruise. She didn't know it would be her last. She entered the Grand Promenade dazzled by its beauty. But in the shadows, he followed, unseen, unnoticed. She felt the wind shift, but didn't notice the man who had been standing just behind her. She thought it was just another quiet night at sea, until he appeared, calm, charming, strange. Over a drink, his words wrapped around her like a spell. Then, almost too casually, he said, "Meet me by the ballroom." She agreed, a dance, nothing more. But even as she smiled, she felt it. Something about him was impossible to resist, and impossible to trust. No sound, no footsteps. Yet suddenly, he was waiting, as if he had always been. She stepped into the dining hall, but something was wrong. Dozens of guests sat in silence, not moving, not blinking, frozen, like the whole room had forgotten how to breathe. And then she felt it, behind her, a slow, creeping presence, watching her, drawing closer, as if the rest of the world had been paused just for this moment. She swayed in his arms, lost in the spell. But the mirror told the truth. Behind the charm, he was something else, something monstrous. That night, after the dance, she returned to her cabin. Her breath caught. A hand was there, pressed against the glass. And then, nothing. Had she imagined it? She spent the day adrift in thought, the sea stretching endlessly before her. No matter how she tried, her mind returned to him, the man she would see again that night.
He arrived, his presence magnetic. Yet, in his stillness, something felt unexplainably strange.
One moment, he stood before her. The next, only silence filled the hall. She found him at the ship's edge, staring into the endless dark. When he finally turned, his voice was soft, almost a whisper. "Come with me."
His voice lingered. "Come with me." She jolted awake alone. The room was quiet, but something about it felt wrong.
She wandered the shops in daylight calm, unaware of the shadow that lingered. He was there, watching, unseen. That evening, they met again. She found him waiting on the deck, calm against the ocean's glow. His presence drew her in, magnetic, unshaken. She smiled, spoke lightly. Yet beneath it all, something about him felt unexplainably strange.
That night she brushed her hair, but the silence turned heavy, almost watchful. Then, soft, almost inside her head, came a whisper. A single phrase, impossible to ignore. "Come to me." Her body moved on its own, barefoot in the silent hall. Each step was soundless, as if the ship itself was carrying her toward him. She blinked, the trance fading, and when her eyes cleared, she saw him, standing in the pool, waiting. The water stirred, and his form began to change. Scales, claws, eyes that glowed from the deep. The man she thought she knew was gone, revealed for what he truly was. She froze, and then his claws closed around her. Without a sound, the water claimed her as he pulled her beneath the surface.
She froze in her cabin. But in the mirror, his claws reached out toward her, and then her scream split the night. They say, once a sea demon marks you, the sea never lets you go.